I'm outside Skerries Community Centre, and inside, as I'm speaking to you, a panel of judges is evaluating the town's entry for this year's Pride of Place Awards. Skerries is a previous winner in this competition and is hoping to regain its title again as Fingal's Pride of Place winner. The judges have just had a presentation on the plans and progress. The judges now are having a look at the new pathway crossing the ballast pit. Up to recent times, this was a very rough piece of ground that people used to use as an informal shortcut from the Town Parks Road over to the train station. Now, as you can see, it's a beautifully paved, lit, safe pathway. A very valuable shortcut for people using the train station. They're talking to the organisers of the school and meeting some of the pupils. Donald Connolly, one of the judges in today's event. So, Donald, the Pride of Place competition is not something that many people know anything about. Would you like to tell us a little bit about what the competition is for and who organises it?
Yes. It's Cooperation Ireland, in association with the local authorities, developed the idea of Pride of Place as a competition back 10 years ago. And I suppose the whole purpose of Pride of Place really is to acknowledge in the first place the excellent work being done by communities right around the country.
What does it mean to take part in a competition like this?
Well, it means a lot of work and a lot of chasing, a lot of thinking beforehand and rounding up lots of people, and then a fantastic day on the day and a tremendous feeling of goodwill and contentment and happiness and a great delight in what we have done and all the people who've been involved. So a real feel-good feeling now after it's over.
And did everything go according to plan?
It went remarkably according to plan.
A few hitches on the technical bits at the start, but other than that,
Yeah,
no,
Bernie Ann's
absolutely.
plan paid off handsomely. It pays to plan. We've always known that, but today was really a question in point because we were sweeping up about 50 volunteers at least on our way through all the different community sites with all the different things going on. So we slipped a little bit, but we could see the judges were interested in specific things and we took our cue from them. So if they were interested in the water scheme at the allotments, then we let them have all the information they wanted on that. So, you know, we took our cue from them and we went and wanted to make sure that they had a good time too.
And Bernie Ann, what was your highlight of the day?
Highlight of the day probably was actually at the ballast pit. It's, you know, a project that started off probably about 30 years ago and finally got realised at the end of last year. And we had Geraldine Doyle, who is from Prosper Fingal, and some of the lads from Prosper Fingal talking about just how easy it is to get up and down to the railway station, how important that route was. That was definitely a highlight, and they were a dream. You know, they just spoke from the heart, and it was really good. That was probably my highlight, I think, of the day. There was loads of highlights. There was like people just shone, educate together. The kids were wonderful. They always are. Mornview, they just played a stormer. The place looked great. You know, Jacinta DePuer just put out all the projects. It's hard to put one at the top and bottom. They were all great. They were wonderful.
Sounds like Skerries was the highlight. And
The place.
Skerries was the pride, pride in spades.
And just one last question. I'm sure every community taking part in any kind of competition wants to know, how did you organise the weather?
Well, it wasn't me.
It was reaching back through time to those Skerries people who are on the other side, who were looking out for us today, and they took care of that for us.
Yes, yeah.
Well done. We've had a great time. It's been a lovely day. Thanks so very much.
Thank you for being part of it.
Thank you. So that's it now from Skerries. The judges have left. They're on their way somewhere else, and everything's quiet again. We've had a wonderful time. The weather has been absolutely fantastic, and Skerries has been its wonderful shining best. And I think it's been a great example of community involvement and community effort. And we wish them all the best in the competition. For Fingal Community TV, I'm Lorcan O'Toole.